Even the ones you least expect to can make you angry. And because of them, he was denied entry to the promised land. Defeated with the love, God, I'm begging you. I've labored for so long, from my youth to my old age. I was wrong, and now I'm weak. Please let me to the promised land. And the Lord said, oh Moses, I shall behold it. But thy feet shall not enter. I have said it, that is final. Oh, we cried because of you, oh, children of Israel. The labor was in vain, the suffering was in vain. It was because of you I couldn't fulfill my destiny. It was because of you I'm gonna die without a faith in burial. Oh, people of God, let us pray for grace. Oh, Jehovah, grace for comfort. Oh, Jehovah, grace from my pastors. Oh, Jehovah, grace from my fellow artists. Do what you want us to do, what we please. Oh, Lord, I'm needing more grace, more grace, more grace. Lord, I need it more grace, your grace, more grace. Without a grace, no one is worthy. More grace, more grace.
Freedom raised her glowing form on Mount Sorato's verdant height. She sat within a doom of a night, met lowering stars and thunderstorms, the star of liberty, unceasing from the waking war, its banner shield of golden flame. She lifted it in her proud name and raised her people long forlorn to know their destiny. The Lone Star forever, the Lone Star forever, oh long may it soar over land and over seas, deserted nor never, uphold it forever. Oh, shout for the Lone Star banner. Oh,
Again, folks, I want to welcome all of you. Again, those of you that are joining us, I want to say morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on wherever you are watching us from, depending on your location. I want to say welcome and feel free. This is the New Beginning platform, and this platform is here to offer education, information, and entertainment. And so that's what we stand for, that's what we believe in. We believe to contribute to the developmental agenda of Liberia is to do this. That's how we get involved in promoting and lifting up the nation Liberia and the people. So again, we want to say thank you for joining us. Those of you that are listening on Care 95.9, we want to say a very good morning. Thank you. Keep tuned. I know some of you right now busy with some other thing. I want to say welcome in a very special way, and we hope that you can benefit from what we do here. And it's our hope also when we open the lines that you call in and make your contribution. We want to hear from you what we do on this platform, if it is helping you, if it is contributing to your development personally, personal development, personal upliftment. We want to say again, welcome those of you watching on social media. We want you to please share our program with many persons. If you receive a notification, share. We are not talking a lot of politics. We are talking education. We are talking about informing our people um, how to live as citizens or what to do as citizens. So hopefully we can have the radio station back. I guess it might be a technical issue, but I think they might get back as soon as possible. But we'll continue. Again, thank you for joining us. And today is Saturday. Happy weekend to all of you. Whatever you're doing that is helping you personally, we appreciate that. Continue to do that. And also want to, engage you. We want to talk to you. Want you to listen. Don't go anywhere. Keep tuned. Stick and stay with us. We have a lot to discuss. And as I said initially, we are not here, you know, on diehard politics. We are here to provide education, and that's why I want to take our time. Whatever we provide on this platform, we want as many persons to have access to our voice, so they understand and hear what we do on this platform. This platform is independent. We are not sponsored by anybody. Okay, no affiliation with any political party, and so we are neutral. As we want to remain as much as we can. We want to provide you information. We want to provide education. We don't want to be caught up with the politics. So join us. And those of you who have interest, those of you who have your kids, your children, students who want to learn more and more, you can bring them. You can help them to listen to this program because it's very essential for them. Very important that they listen. They will learn a lot. Again, I want to say thank you. We hope that rejoin the radio station. Let's see what's going on. Hopefully they can um, rejoin us. Let's see. So again, please share, please share with many persons. And want a lot of you to be watching. Today is Saturday. Most of you are home resting. And your resting time, you can also use it to listen to us. And so we hope that the radio station gets back. Internet issue back home is a challenge. But again, this is a platform. We come on here every Friday. Friday, Liberian time, it will be 7 p.m. So if you are in the US and especially in the East Coast, uh, you can just do the little thing that the little math, and then you will know exactly your time and when you can watch this program. Friday is 7 p.m. Liberian time, and here in the US and the East Coast is about that's 5 hours. That's 2 o'clock. right? For now, it's 2 o'clock. Okay, so um, hopefully, um, hopefully, we can do what we ought to do. And on Saturday, this is the time we come on is we come on 7 a.m. And in Liberia, that is about 12. So again, we want you to join us on Sunday, which is the beginning of the week. We have another big program we have on Sunday, and that starts on in Liberia. It start 10 p.m. In Liberia, it start 10 p.m. And here it starts at 5 because it's 5 hours. So again, we want to encourage you, those of you in Liberia, you have friends. I want to encourage you to watch this program. If you don't have the time, share with other people who might be willing to listen to this wonderful program. So those of you who are friends in Liberia, we hope that you can do that for us. And also, we've been talking about many good things on this platform. If you see, it's a managing the public sector, but in another different way. Um, I mean, there are so many ways that can happen. We can talk about policy, we can talk about public programs and so forth, and so that's one of the aspects we're talking about, and that is what makes a good citizen. What makes a good citizen? So hopefully, 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 all of you can join us and we all can learn. We don't have all of the answers. We will provide some indicators, provide some information that will help us understand what makes a good citizen. So it's not about just being born in Liberia as a when you are born you're a citizen. Generally everybody is born in Liberia, those that are born and those that are naturalized. You know, you're a citizen by naturalization, by birth. All right, that makes you a citizen. But going beyond that, what makes you a good citizen? What makes you a good citizen? That's what we're talking about. All right. So, and then we have been discussing this over and again. And the question is, for all of us to answer this question. The radio station went off electricity as a line. They are coming on right now. So again, hopefully we can continue. Uh, all right. So they are trying. So if they come on, okay. But those of you, I don't want to. Those of you that are watching, I don't want to be give. I don't want to sit here, and it's a disservice if I don't say anything about, what we are here to do. So again, join us. This platform is talking about what makes you a good citizen. There are challenges in the country. There are a lot of challenges. Some citizens don't know, some may know. And how many of our citizens that know what to do as a good citizen? What are those things that you need to do? What are those things that you need to engage into? That it has to be a constant reminder, even for those that know, and also for those that don't know. You have to teach. You have to present something to them that they can believe in. And so we decided, to answer the question, what makes you a good citizen? What makes you a good citizen? Or what makes a good citizen? What makes a good citizen is a question we try to answer, and hoping that you, the listener, the audience, will also make further, research to gain more knowledge on your responsibility as a good citizen. One of the things we talk about, we want to review, want to make sure every time we come here, we take at least 5 minutes to review for those of you who missed the first lesson. We want to review so that you can, uh, be aware of what we have done previously. and what we are doing now. So we started by saying to be a good citizen, not only a citizen, but a good citizen, you must be informed. A good citizen is the one that have interest in what is happening around his environment. A good citizen is eager, is anxious, want to know what is going around them, what is happening around their community, their neighborhood, what is happening in their neighborhood, all right, and what contribution can they make, all right. The station is back. Rufus, you are blank. Okay, thank you.
Do I look like I give a fuck?
You can drop
Do I
the
look
music.
like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck?
You wanna drop the music? Thank you. So as we said, on this platform, we want to take our time to encourage you. We are not here to shout over your head. We are not here to engage into too much of unnecessary politics, wasted time of having all kinds of funny conversation. But we want to make sure that what we do here benefits you. So the question we've been asking is, what makes a good citizen? And first, we started with be informed. If you want to be a good citizen, you must be informed. You must know what's going on around you. Don't be lazy. Don't say, I don't care. A citizen that will say, I don't care, they are not a good citizen, even though they are a citizen of that nation. But if you say you don't care about what happens in your neighborhood, if you don't care about what happens in your community, you are not a good citizen at all, because you just don't care. And if everybody just say, well, we don't care, then you don't have a community. You don't have a neighborhood. You don't have a community. You don't have a nation. So you must be willing. You must be willing to be informed. And don't sit back and say, well, somebody has to tell me. No, you look for the information as well. But mind you, when you want to be informed, there are things you need to consider. Very important in your family, among your family members, in a group, a social group. It could be a social group. It could be any group setting. All right. You have to be mindful. There are things you must consider. If you want to be informed, you must always make sure you know the source. Make sure the source of your information. Because many a times you see people acting, taking decisions on things that do not matter. They have no fights. They have no real supporting fight, documents or whatsoever. Even in family, you hear people say many things just come up because they want to show out. No. All right. Before you say anything, make sure you have some fights. What are we talking about? We are just reviewing this because we deal with this. What we are saying is that investigate your source. The source is where you're getting the information, where the information is coming from. And that information, it may come from a human being, it may come from an institution, an agency, or organization. So you must make sure you investigate. And when you're investigating, you look for the history of that person who is your source of information, on the institution. What is the history of that institution? And also, what is their mission? Mission is, what do they stand for? What do they want to do? What do they want to achieve? All right. Is their mission objective? Is their mission always accurate? Most often, almost every time accurate. Are they, whatever information they're giving you, now you're looking at the history. what they have said before. Before you take that information and begin to spread outside to other people or to spread in the public. Because once it goes into the public, there are many consumers there. Many consumers who don't have time to even do fact finding. They will not check the information. They go about spreading the information, and it sometimes causes chaos, trouble. And there are some nations that suffer from that. We made an example of Rwanda, a great nation now that is developing. But in history, we know that because of misinformation, the two tribes were fighting each other. One tribe said, the president was traveling the plane, and they said the other tribe, shot the plane, and the president died. So that tribe, that group of people that belong to that president, waged war on the other group and saying, we will kill you. Was that true? Was that the fight? It was misleading. And people now in the community spread out that information because they were in the majority. They spread the information to their friends. The friends did not pay attention to even ask, how this thing happened. So they started killing the minority group, there was a genocide where people were just killed in mass, and confusion. Even Liberian civil crisis. There were many lies that people told, but nobody was, people didn't pay attention to say, let's find out. All right. This person said this, that, let's see. All right. So it's important as you're moving forward now as a nation, it's important, citizen, to make sure that whatever you relay, whatever you are giving your members in the community, whatever you are telling your tribes, your kinsmen, it is true, so that you don't create conflict between tribes. You don't create conflict between community members. So that's why we are saying, make sure your information, wherever you're getting that information, that news, because sometimes here, Rufus will say, I got G's for you. And that G's, I don't know why they have to say G's. So the G's can lead to many trouble. All right? Sometimes you don't love your friend, you don't like your friend family. They had a very good family. She has a good husband, but because you're against you want the man, you go and start lying, and you tell the wife, oh, your husband, I see him doing that. You lie. Those things are not good. You divide family and say, oh, the other family member, they think they know plenty. You don't have any facts about them. You don't know. You first have to investigate. If you hear one family member telling you about another family member, make sure you reach out. What is that information? Is their family member credible? That's what we're talking about. It's not only about national issue, but also it could be family issue. It could be personal issue. And when you investigate, know the person that, providing this information. I'm not saying know them in particular, but, through the history of this person, you get to know a little bit about them, what they have done in the past. All right. Then compare your story, your information with multiple sources. Don't rely on one radio station. Oh, yeah, I heard it say, well, the buses, they said they brought in, government said they're sort of bring 60 or 50 buses, but I heard that only 7 they brought. So that information you think is correct? So you need to listen to other radio stations, listen to Freedom FM. Maybe Freedom FM will say, okay, they brought 35 right now, or only 35. And then you listen to other radio stations and say, okay, what happened is that government's supposed to bring maybe 50, but now government brought in 35. And the first 7 they put out, they had to put first 7 out. So the remaining one are right in the pot. They will soon be coming out. Then you have to find out, okay, that information is credible. You also listen to another station or another newspaper will say, well, oh yeah, Government is fulfilling her promise to the people. All right. And they brought in some, and and so forth. So again, uh Rufus, I see you like you having a conversation, talking to me. Go ahead. I think, are you muted? I'm not hearing you. I see like you want to say something? Hello? If you're saying something, I didn't hear you. So, well, let the technician get that thing up quick, and so, folks, that's what we're talking about. Then we'll talk about be involved. All right. When we say be involved, it means uh, join community organizations. You know, be part of a group, being involved, help to promote the health of your community. That's one of the big issue in most of the community. All right, organize yourself in a group, you know, or join some charity organization. All right, there are some other in your community. Maybe you have an orphanage home. What do you do as a community members on Saturday like this? You pay a visit, maybe help organize yourself, go and help, to give them, you know, uh, do some cleaning, help them to clean around their environment. You are contributing. Those children who are there that don't have parents, they are going to school. They rely, they depend on the society to show them love, to show them compassion. All right. If you do that, they'll be happy. All right. As a community, you can go and help, maybe contribute a bag of rice, or or something you can contribute, some clothes, something. They feel that they are part of the society. That's how you get involved, cleaning your community. All right. Don't eat food, then you trash it in, you put it in a street. You drink your cold water, the empty bag, you take it, you throw it in the street. Or, where you live. I know some homes you don't have bathroom, you don't have toilet, and then you do all that little things you can do, and then take a bag and throw it, in other people, yeah, in other people community. That's bad. You don't do that. All right. As a good citizen, if you think that that's a problem in the community, you can begin a conversation. You can reach out to your neighbors and explain to them and say, look, we have a challenge here. And this challenge is we need a public facility here to serve our people, public latrine. Or you need a library. The children are all in the streets. They are not reading. They don't have time to go and read. So you say, well, let's build, a library in our community, and ask government to help us with other things that we need. But let's start the conversation. Where you want to build it? Is there any land that the community can provide? All right. Then what can we do as citizens? Because who's going to benefit? Your children. When the children, are going from school, they go into the library, then they read, they make research, they learn how to read. Instead of roaming around in the community doing nothing, playing, they go to the library, find time to read. Then the community, that's how you get involved. You don't sit and say, government will come and do everything. No government going to do everything for you. I'm telling you, trust me, even the government now is not going to do everything for you. If you sit back and say, well, the rescue team is going to know that they'll do great things. They're not going to do everything. No government has done it, and no government is going to do that. All right. I'm not saying that they can't, but they'll not do 100%. Even the advanced country, the advanced country where they have all the sophistication, they have all the resources they need. It doesn't work like that. So that's what we are talking about, folks. Get involved. Get involved in the development of your nation. If you don't get involved, it is very difficult for you. All right. And then the country will not move forward. The last thing we're going to touch and go to the lines, we have 2 minutes to do that, is the next thing we are talking about to be a good citizen is be open to a compromise. You have to be open to a compromise. You know, you may not like the idea, but it is very, very important. Yesterday we talked about conflict resolution, and we talked about Liberia. When Liberia was suffering the civil crisis, we have series, we have many peace talks. Lomé peace talk, Accra peace talk, all kind of peace talk, you know, Liberia had with the expectation of restoring peace, harmony among the people who are hurt, Liberians who are going through crisis. And as we said, at last in 2020, in 2004, or coming to 2005, we saw that former President Taylor left the country. He was asked to leave. That's part of the compromise. The former U.S. president at the time, I think it was George Bush Jr., said, Taylor, you have to leave so that Liberia can continue. And the war was so much bad at the time. The law forces were coming from Birmingham way. They have already captured the Freeport. They were somewhere across there. The fighting was between, the Taylor forces, MPFL, and it was so people were dying. They were using, guns that were, should have not been used in the city. But we don't want to talk about. But what we are saying is that there was a compromise. So the law forces and other warring factions said Taylor has to leave. When he leaves, they will lay our guns down. So Taylor agreed to leave. Mr. Taylor left. Sorry if I said Taylor, Mr. President, former president left. He went to Nigeria. And that started the process of healing. And we saw that Mose Blah became the next president. But that government was a government of inclusion. As a result, even in the legislature, people went there based on faction, various faction. They have to divide government offices, ministries. I think the law forces took finance. I think with commerce or something. Then the other people took other ministries. But it was intended to restore peace, to have, because that's compromise. You say, okay, I lay my arm down, but I need something. Something should be given to me, But all of us looking at the main objective was peace. Regardless of the offices they were giving, even the people, the citizens themselves, got very tired with the war because people have died. So that was a compromise. And so, okay, yes, you allow your people to live here, the Lord people live, and the MPFL live, in one house, in one community. So from there, you saw that they agree on disarmament. Then after that, you saw, like campaign. We talk about elections. Then you saw Madam Salif and Mr. Barkai coming together, Unity Party. Then you have CDC, Josh Weir, Mr. President, Mr. Weir. Sorry if I said Josh Weir, the former president. And that led to an election that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf won. We're talking about compromise. People have to agree to give up something in the name of peace, development. And, compromise speed up development. All right? If all the warring factions have refused to compromise, but now we still fighting war. But now Liberia is still in civil crisis. But some people say we give our guns. That's a compromise. In fact, Rufus, if you remember, I think they were giving money to the fighters to give in their guns. And United Nations, I think, was giving money to them, paying them. just to give their guns. That was the compromise. Look, I'm tired of using the gun. I want peace. Give me something. And they gave them some token, you know, okay, hold this money, bring your gun. And they take the gun from them. And that led today to what we have. So you see what compromise mean is very, very important. All right. It have led to a series of administrations. You have Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, 2 terms. Then you have Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former president. Sorry. We have to respect our leaders. Then Mr. Joshua, former president, he served his term. Then now you have Mr. Barkai, Joseph Nima Barkai, coming back again, the Unity Party. So the compromise then have resulted into having 4 different elections with winners and with our major issue, like people going back in the bushes to fight again. So compromise is very important. It is difficult though. It's very difficult to have a compromise. But in the name of unity, peace, I'm giving you an example. Those of you who are listening, I wish that a lot of Liberians would be listening to programs like this instead of occupying your mind with politics. Politics is not going to help you more because when people get into position, you are left behind. And not everybody will get position. You realize that? So why bury yourself into politics? There are many other good things you can do as a citizen and survive. So we hope that you can listen to this program and share this program. So what we are saying to you is this is very important. It's important for your development. Compromise is important. That conflict resolution is not the only benefit. Another benefit is it helps to build and maintain. It helps to enhance relationship. All right? It enhances relationship. Compromise. It builds relationship. So see, like for example, a wife and a husband will have conflict, problems. But when people come and have a conversation with them and help them to come back together, that relationship is being maintained. Not only compromise is there. So either one person will say, okay, I will stop doing the wrong thing and we work together as a team. There'll be a compromise. And that relationship will be built. And we'll come back to Liberia. All right. During the war, there are not too much or too many relationship building. It was about some people will say, okay, you Maningo man, I'll kill you. You crab man, I will kill you. You bastard man, I will kill you. That your guy how do you call it? There was another group that used to come from Southeast. Model. You said, you model people. There was no relationship building. Everything was about destruction. Everything was about division. But now you see what's happening? Relationship building. All right? You can go to Nima, Krame can go to Nima. Like the other time when they were doing the reburial of the former president Doe, you saw that Senator from Nimba County went for that occasion. So a relationship building compromise. All right? That makes a country to move forward. So those of you who stay holding on to things, you have to compromise. You have to come out to a point and come on and say, look, we have to let go of things. Let's move our country forward. You see? And even this country where we live in now, people are crying. The citizens are calling for a compromise. There's a shutdown. The government has a government shutdown, not working. But the Democrats, the Republicans, somewhere, somehow, they are finding a common ground, a compromise so that the country will not be stranded. The people, the citizens will not be stranded because they put them there to run the country in the interest of the people. So even though it has stayed like a month plus now, but they will still find a compromise. It's not easy to find a compromise. It's very difficult. Let me let you know. It's not just saying it, but it's difficult. Like a Christian, you can say compromise, you can talk about forgiveness. All right. So uh Rufus, let's go to the line, because if I continue talking today, it will not leave from here. But let's respect our audience. So let's give them the time, and please read the numbers. We got a couple of numbers that you can call in, and numbers that you can make your contribution. And let me just say that we are raising money on this platform for rehabilitation. We are seeing some sign that the government bringing people, together. People are going to the RRC compound and so forth. And I know even the senator have started ever since. So uh, we want to put our hands together. One person cannot do it. And so this platform has initiated the process. And since we started on Sunday, up to now, yesterday we gave you an update. We'll give you an update today again before this program ends. We'll tell you how much we have raised since we started last Sunday. And the process continues. This coming Sunday is dedicated. All Sundays will be dedicated for that fundraiser. But the numbers are there. You can give while we are staying waiting for the Sunday. All right. Yeah, go ahead, sir. But call in, tell us about the program, whether it's helping you, whether you are enjoying. And I was really, really, really amazed yesterday. A female call, and she said a lot of good things, that she have not heard about such a program in Liberia. And it's not a surprise if you don't have a lot of people calling, because people their minds have been buried on politics. And we're talking about politics here, talk about the president, and talk about the former presidents. You have so many calls coming in. But trust me, we're not going to talk about that. All right. We're going to talk about good things, talk about education, talk about providing you information that you need to grow as a responsible citizen. Thank you, Rufus. You can take from here.
All right, so thank you again. Again, I'd like to firstly apologize again. Like I said before, week before last Saturday, I think 2 weeks from now, ago, I lost my phone and I still into it. My SIM card is somebody's phone, but I'm supposed to be doing the live podcast, even if not every day, but one time, the major ones. But by the grace, it's just that in Liberia, when you are out of phone, just that your mind part that to get it can be easy managing. And that's what you said about the issue of this information thing is a very much important.
Mm-hmm.
Over the time we've been getting information, rumors around. I don't know how people can get this information. They just relay it to people, and then people can just be, yeah, Mr. Manuel. Information got reached us that the former President Weah was dead. In fact, he been ill. They talking here and there. All they gonna why will Liberian be behaving to human being? That's why the man was former president. He may have his own errors or what have you. We are all human beings. Nobody is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But look kind of different information. The guy is right now in Rabat, Morocco, to talk to FIFA. Yeah, maybe you didn't mention that. Well, the former president Weah.
Yeah.
Just around here that the man is dead and what if you saw the boy, what happening with Liberian?
But you should not be surprised, Rufus. You saw the very same Liberian towing casket a dead person.
I tell you.
The person would die. This person was going to die. Next month he would die. This person, you don't know. If you don't have information, it's better for you to dig around, see whether don't say things that you don't know about. And that's how you breaking people, you breaking family, you breaking, groups of people because somebody just decided to lie and other people decide to run with the lies. That's why we try to stop. We may not be able to do everything to stop almost everything, but minimize and so that as the population is growing, the new generation that is coming up is able to pick up those important things and run the country properly. I know for now it's going to be difficult. Somebody in their 60, 70, or 50 to change them is difficult, but we have to do what is right. All right. Do not say something that you never know, you don't have actual information about. It's better to investigate. All right.
Okay, with that said, folks, you got everything. The contribution is still going. Always be a good citizen, and we are appealing to you. We want the conversation to be interactive. Let us not only be the one to do the talking. Normally, when we come, we talk, and then we open the lines. You will take your time, but it's everybody's business. Okay, you calling, giving your ideas, giving your knowledge, the day one or two things it can help us. Probably you might not have the physical cash for the contribution as we can see, but your ideas, what's your thought about this program since you've been listening? What's your own take to it? How you look at it? What are some other things you want us to do and we're not doing? So let's share these ideas. Call me now on 0777959 08818716770. Call me on my own numbers 777 0886 361414. Let's have a lengthy conversation. We got just limited more minute to go, though we started later, and Corin also went, but then within that time Corin came back, so we anticipate hearing from you. So call me on 0777959 Again, 0777959 0881871670. Let's have this discussion. Let's hear from you, Liberians. What makes you a good citizen? Share your own idea with us, share your own talk with us, your own take with us, and let's make the broadcast to be interactive. Let us not be the only person to just come to your door to talk to us. We need to hear from you too. We want to learn from you. Let's share ideas. None of us are custodian to knowledge. So call me on 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0881 0886 You can also, like he said, for the contribution, the mobile numbers. I believe both of you now are aware of the mobile number because you have problem earlier with the numbers, and then as you send the money, probably you never saw the name that was mentioned, but I do believe all of us now have it. So you can send in your little or dime, whatsoever God lay on your mind to help our brothers, our sisters, our mom, our dad that are out there that are into the things of drugs, whatsoever thing. Probably it might be the cash. Those of you that are in Morovia, you can have the attend like, oh, I don't get money, but I get maybe one pack of rest. Yeah, the day you will get together, carrying it to them, you can get the rest. I might not have the physical cash, but I get one sack of water. You get the item, you don't have the physical cash. So you can also do that donation. We want to see it from you. We want to, like I said, after everything we finish doing it, some of you will come here in studio to how to call it, to give your testimony. Or you can, because some of you say, oh yeah, you want to eat people money and all that kind of thing. This is Liberia, so you gotta believe. So those guys that we will go to out there tomorrow, after we shall have concluded with everything, doing the deliver, when we are to deliver it, we will be live. You will see us. Then some of them will also come in studio to testify that indeed the little of amount that was generated, it was given to them. Like you heard the host, he said right after here, how much we have gotten. He will have you, informed until we can get to the end of the contribution. Then we'll have a lengthy discussion. But we want to hear from you. 0777 959 959 0881 0777 353541 0886 361414. Those are the numbers you can call on. Let's hear from you. Let's hear from you. Be a patriotic citizen. of this country. What are some of the ways we can do to help bless Mama Liberia? Yeah, what's your own idea? 0777353541, 0777353541, 0777959959, 0881871670 are the numbers you can call and be a part of the show. Mr. Manuel, a recent the chairman on for the CDC, he posted, he said the construction they've been doing is ongoing now at their construction site somewhere in Congo Town, but he vowed that people going there, they're taking photo and all the kind of things. So according to him, Councillor Jonathan Fonati Kofa, he said he's not stopping, or they're not stopping anybody from going on the side. You can go there, take a view, but for security and for personal reasons, now nobody should take photo and do any video recording. What's your take to that?
Well, I mean, I wish he had given reason why, the journalist should not go and take picture. But I mean, probably he has his reason. You never know. He has his own reason. So, as a party, but you should also remember that, you are not just a party, but your party is obligated to the public as well. You have citizens that are part of the. Is it saying that all everybody, no citizens should go there, journalists?
No, he did not. He didn't really specify as whether journalists or not. He said absolutely no recording, no photo should be taken. So when he mentioned recording, then I mean you have to then you telling the journalists shouldn't go there too, because journalists
So
also
no recording. If you said no recording should be done, is he saying even sedition should not record? Or the restriction is only for non-sedition?
No, like I said,
everybody?
nothing like that, like other sedition or UPS or this or that. He just say absolutely nobody should do anything like recording, neither taking photo for security reason. After they shall maybe gone through maybe certain time, then it will be lifted. You can go now to do your photo, your recording, and what have you. But for now, nothing like that should be done. So it's not like he said journalists, this or UPS sedition, nothing like that. He did mention.
But is there anything that he hiding that you don't to see?
That's we still like
the only thing I think of, probably safety issues. When construction is being done, normally people they'll put a fence around the land so that and they'll post signs: do not pass, or do not go, do not enter. There are certain places that for safety reason, I would want to agree with him for safety reason, so that if he had no business going there, then why not stay away? I know it's a political party, and people want to know, people want to see, but other people doing it for some political reasons. Maybe they don't want that. They don't want people to know. But for safety reason, I will agree with him that people should stay away, because when
you mention of safety and security concern, he said you are kindly advised to avoid taking pictures and or doing video recordings on the construction site for now. We will inform you when the restriction is lifted. Thank you for your cooperation.
Well, yeah, as you said, they may have reason for security. I don't know what he meant, but for safety, I will agree. That even their partisans stay away, because when they are doing no kind of construction, they got heavy equipment, and they don't want something to happen, and then then it has some impact on the party. For safety reason, I do agree. For security, Maybe they don't want their things to be stolen because they will bring in other things for the construction. If that's what he meant, I'm not in his mind. Maybe I would agree with that. They don't want the resources to be stolen. I will agree for security, for safety. They don't want people to be hurt. I will agree with that. You know that you know you don't go around. Only people. I think what they should do also they should they should select some journalists. You know, and I know the press they got a press union in Liberia. They could ask for journalists that can go there and and update the public because they would love to for their partisans to see. You know, if you have Freedom FM, one person, there may be Spoon and EFBC, one person, they meet radio station. You allow them to go by phases, and the construction is done by phases. So first phase, you can invite the journalists, come and see what we have done. Second phase, come and see what we have done. That would mean a lot even for their partisans, to know how far the progress they have made. If it is based on that, I think it's a good idea, that for safety reason, stay away. No missions. You don't want to be hurt. But again, the public want to know what you're doing, especially your partisans want to know what you're doing. If you want to do that, and every phase that is being constructed, you call people, that would be a good idea. But if you just say, do not stay away, or, throughout the construction, probably not many people will agree with that. Even their own partisans would not agree with that, But it's important. Safety is important. You don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to hurt yourself, But also give some, be flexible, all right? In as much as you consider safety, be flexible, Get the group of journalists that you need to go there to tell the public what you're doing. It's a way of motivating your donors. You're motivating your donors. That's the other side of it. You're motivating your donors because they're seeing the progress that you are making. So every time they see that progress, you are motivating them to give more. But if you just say, not all citizens will go over there to go see what they're doing, some will have to listen to radio. Some will have to watch television. So if you deny them of seeing the progress of what you're doing, how can they be motivated to give? All right. So making a decision, you gotta weigh. But I don't know from what perspective in making his decision. I don't speak for them. I don't work for them. But as an independent thinker, you should also take into consideration these other things. You want your donors to know how far you have gone. So if you ask me, I would say, well, for security reasons, yes, stay away. Security, they don't want their resources to be stolen. 2, for safety, no heavy equipment. You don't want it to fall on you. You want to be healthy, do your number of things, And on the other side of it, you would need your people to know what you're doing, the progress you are making, and you want to motivate them to do more. But I don't speak for them. Just say, in passing, like the question they asked me. That's what I have to say. But let's read our numbers. Time is
Yeah, so folks, that's it. Again, he's not there to speak for them. He's just giving his own idea, his own perception about the question. So it's up to you, Cilicians, UPIS, ordinary citizens, Liberians, sons and daughters. Call us and give us your view about this program, The New Beginning. You've been listening to the program 1 month, 2 months, maybe 2 weeks, 1 week. You know the time you've been listening, maybe just tuning. What's your own take to it? Call me on 077 7959 959 0881 871 670 777. 35 35 41 0777 353541 0777 959 959 and be a part of the discussion this afternoon like this on the program The New Beginning. So let's wait for your call. Let's get your concern. No, I didn't say beat me. I beg you, call me. I never brought credit yet to call people that will beat me. I beg you.
It's interesting. All right. But
People-
again, want to say, time is fast spent. Want to say thank you, all of you that are listening. If you want to call, you can call in. We have very limited time. But I know studio will give up maybe 5 minutes because it went off a little bit. But if not, then we will have to say,
Yeah, let me take this call. Good afternoon. Your name and where you call from? You getting him, Manuel?
yes.
Okay, yeah, your name.
I'm calling from Johnson. Sadi Musa is my name.
Sabi Musa.
Sadi Musa, yes.
Hi, Johnsonville this afternoon.
Johnsonville is cool.
Okay.
First of all, we understand like we said, breathing in our nostrils.
Thank God for that. You been following the show?
Yeah, I've been following the show, but today when I saw I can't let.
Okay, today you can't live what you been following.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you want to discuss since you've been following? What is it on your mind? And let's hear from you.
Talk about reading Liberia, how Liberia can be developed. What we can do that Liberia can be developed. That's the question.
Yeah, we discussed a lot of things. And
Talking about CDC.
mm-hmm. Okay.
I believe that
Yeah, the party headquarters was not that major. I just asking, but we been talking about the contribution for our brothers and sisters. You know, we've been having several discussions, but in it all, we were talking about contribution. You know, I don't know whether you've been following, like you said, but today you came in late.
Yeah, I came in late today.
Mm-hmm.
You can put me on scrap there and leave them through there.
Okay, so listening to him, let he give you a little briefing.
So what we've been discussing on this platform, we provide education, information, and entertainment.
You're not getting him? All right.
So
Okay,
as I said, we
you
provide
getting him now?
education.
Yeah, I'm getting you, but I'm getting him.
Okay, so I will see what the thing he's saying. I will see.
Information and entertainment. All right. So we are asking a question: what makes a good citizen? We have explained a couple of things. You are not here because of time. Maybe keep following. But again, we are encouraging people to contribute. This platform has initiated fundraising for rehabilitation of Liberians who are there in the graveyard to help them out, get to a center that the government is working on. All right, we don't work for government, but government will not do everything. So we started this. Now look, let's put our resources together and help. So if you want to help, you want to talk about the program, what do we do here, you are given the opportunity. If you want to help to contribute $5, $10, whatever that on your mind that you want to, whatever you can give, by going towards the rehabilitation of our brothers who are victims of drug addiction.
Okay, so you say you didn't go ahead, right? Another person on the line. You know, when we're opening the line, we want you to call with you kind of concern, but let you hear time going. Another person on the line. But he said, let me take this question. Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, your name and where you call from?
Well, I'm Amos, my John, I call from the borough of Town.
Okay.
So, my interest is on the talking point that has to do with the CDC party headquarters.
Yeah, we're not really talking about it. Okay, let me just hear you.
I'm just concerned because if the construction chairperson, Councilor Fonade Kofa, is saying that no one should take footage or do recording at a site for security reason, I'm wondering what that security security reason could be.
Okay.
Okay, is this the same security reason Mr. Samuel Toy gave for the expense of public funds? So what security reason? That's not transparency. You gotta be clear with the public.
Okay.
If that building is for the public, we will use it.
So you see. All right, thank you so much for your contribution.
So what is it that we are doing there that the public
We had to
knows?
go. We had to go.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Okay.
Thank you. So
Thank you.
that tells you, Rufus, that people listen to the program, but they don't have interest in something that is substantial, something that has to do with people development, and people are just focused on politics. You know, we're not talking about, and I said, it's just that Rufus have said, oh, you know, what is your take?
I tell
And
you.
I just provided something later. And that's not our focus. However, CDC is building, whatever they're doing, I think CDC got media people, they can speak about that. What we talk about here, we want you to focus on what we are talking about. We are talking about providing education, we are providing information, something that help you. We want you to talk about that when you call. All right. So I guess you have brought in that CDC conversation and people now start calling. So you have to know what your priorities are. Liberians, you had to for so much. The child that is born today want to talk about politics, but they don't want to talk about those simple things that are hurting the community. And that's what I want to talk about. Please pay attention to things that we are talking about. We have no interest in that politics, you know, too much. Whatever they want to say, he just asked me, I want to give an opinion. But again, folks, I want to say thank you. We have gone 5 minutes into the time. Management want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity again. We are back here tomorrow. The fundraising continue. We have another topic. We'll talk about other things. Come live, you know, at 10 p.m. Tune into your radio, 95.9, and you will follow us and be part of the contribution. Right now, since we started up to now, we have raised close to 50,000 Liberian dollars and 325 United States dollars. We are aiming out million, and we'll reach there. We'll go there. So it's the beginning. Get ready. Sunday tomorrow. Bring your $5, $10. Ministers, public officers, elected officers, legislators, the president, the vice president, the speaker of the house, deputy, everybody. The common man that is selling bitter ball, you know, in that market, come and give for your children rehabilitation. Come and give. And let help the progress that is being made thus far. I want to say thank you. Thank you, Rufus. Have a wonderful, wonderful, and pleasant time. May the Lord bless each of us. Bye.
When freedom raised her glowing form on Mount Sorato's verdant height, she sat within a doom of a night.